What is going on, everybody? It is Craig, and this is a video I don't think I've ever really done. Just a little bit of a channel update. Um, and, because if you've been following my channel, and especially those of you who go back a long ways, you'll see a lot of different type of content popping up, especially with some of the shorts I've been doing. The reality is, I lucked into a viral video. Because like I said, I don't do YouTube. I never had aspired to monetize or any of that. I do this because it's fun, and I've met several really cool people through it. Actually, I met a lot of really cool people through it. Many of my closest friends right now come from various YouTube channels in that community. But there's also people who I don't talk to regularly every day on chat that I also do greatly appreciate, who engage in the comment section as well. So I'm not going away from what you followed. You'll still have the occasional unboxings. Just admittedly, I don't, I got to reel in on the finances a little bit. So I don't really do any of the mystery unboxings, but I have a couple items coming, and I will do a little thing for you with. But since I fell into that viral video, I went to a wrestling event and I filmed a big return or debut, whatever you want to call it, and literally it got 50,000 views. And all of a sudden, my little engine that could channel that would never even gonna hit 1,000, which is my personal goal, is now got up to like 940 something. And then I was talking to my sister, who is a brilliant person in this world. She was a VP of a major company. Right now, another company we did, and she knows a lot about all this stuff. So she's helping me with some of the shorts and how they get created. I'm giving her input on them, ideas. Right now we're leaning towards some more serial killer based stuff with just some really interesting stories. But I'm not converted. I'm not becoming a short channel by any stretch. But there's going to be a bunch of them. But I am going to do more videos centered on my collection. I'm deciding if I want to do one MIG video tour or a couple, because this is only a fraction of what you see in this room, and then I do have two other areas. So I kind of do that for myself too, because it's interesting to see the updates. There's some items that are gone. You may remember me having a lot of signed Funko Pops. Right now, I still have a few that are listed on eBay, but ones that aren't listed, there's only like 3 or 4. And I had like 130 of them. But, sold them, scaled back, get some cash. I also invested a little bit in other areas too. You definitely see more masks. I definitely have an affinity towards that, and you'll see all that too when I do on the tours. I haven't forgotten about my contest. I also had COVID for a week, so that checked me out of just about everything. But I am going to do that on camera. I'll film the drawing with the hashtag. No new entries right now to that contest, just because I gotta be fair to the people. At the time, I said I was going to draw it by, the end of by August 31st. I just didn't get a chance to do it because I got hit with COVID. So that's coming. The tour's coming. But something else, and this is, I don't ever do really personal videos, but I have had a couple of people mention in the comments, and yes, I do know it's apparent, especially when I go back and I look at my older videos, that you can see somewhat of the transformation I've had. And I'm gonna go into why and what and how and all of that. So again, probably my most personal video. I'm not gonna cry or anything like that, don't worry. But I want to put it out there, honestly, because even though I was an extreme, I was an outlier with the size I was at, and I'll spill the beans, I'll give the numbers in that video. There are a lot of people that are smaller than I was. There's people who are smaller than I am now that still feel like stuck and trapped and don't know what to do, and I'm going to put it out there for them. If the big guy can be an inspiration, I'll always be the big guy. I'm not a big guy in horror. That's me now. I'm not even when as I continue to shrink down, it's all relative. So that's coming as well. So there's going to be a lot of really cool things coming to the channel, and I'm not going to even set anything up until after I do the last checkout one, but I am going to do a pretty decent, what I consider a pretty decent contest for 1,000 subs. Just because I never thought I'd hit that. And I did one back in the day for 100. I think I did one for 500. So why the hell not? But what I would appreciate from you in commenting here is what might be some other things that you'd like to see horror related. You know, whether it's trailer reactions, whether it's, you know, even reviews of items coming out or stuff like that. Not necessarily stuff I purchase. I definitely have my opinion on a lot of items I see coming out, but again, you scale it back a little bit, kind of how that goes. But anyway, as far as the contest goes, I promise you that will be done within this week, the drawing, and I'll put it up there, and then just, you know, if I'll put in the comments whoever it was, you'll also see who won. I don't know if I can tag you on YouTube. If I can, I will, but otherwise, just make sure you come back and check in. Till we meet again, folks. Peace.